Test, test. Wally Tomati. Can you repeat after me? Wally Tomati. That means good day. Wally Tomati. All right, so right now we're just going to invite all of you to welcome, recognize that we all come from the four directions of the world, right? From the east, west, north, and south. And so we just welcome you to look towards the direction that we're looking. So we're going to start with the side of the east, then we're going to look west, then we're going to go north, south, and then we're going to thank the cosmos creator and give thanks to our Mother Earth for everything that she gives to us and for being so forgiving with us for all the bad things we do to her. Y'all with me on that? If you are, I want you to say, Qualito Nati! One more time. Qualito Nati! Hombre, Pedro!
has marched its way in Go Oakland. And thanks to the Desantes Aceves dance group. That was amazing. And we want to thank them for the cultural blessing that they just offered us. And also, thanks to the Ohlone people, who are the original peoples that have this land, and we are grateful to them that we are able to use it today. A little bit louder one more time for these Desantes dancers. Also, a thank you to our American Sign Language translators. We've got Mary Grace Bosco standing downstage, right? And we've got Lori Rivard on stage at the moment. Thank you so much to them. All right, next up, we have Liz Ortega, who's the Executive Secretary Treasurer of the Alameda Labor Council. Let's give her a hand. Are you guys ready to fight? Are you ready to fight? My name is Liz Ortega, and I'm the Executive Secretary Treasurer of the Alameda Labor Council, where we represent 135,000 union members across the county, with 120 unions stepping up and fighting back. Just a little bit about myself. I grew up in Oakland. I went to Oakland Public Schools. I wouldn't be here today if it wasn't for my public education teachers. The classified workers and all of the community that supported me and thousands of other kids that look like me to be able to succeed and to stand up and fight back. So, I've been to a lot of rallies. Rallies to resist Trump. Boom. Rallies for equal rights. Rallies for marriage equality. And I've always understood why I was at those rallies. But I feel like I'm missing something today. Why is it necessary to have a rally for public education? What am I missing? Every candidate, and I spoke to a lot of elected officials who say school is their #1 priority. Classrooms should be the #1 priority. Yet here we are, having a rally. Because when the campaigns are over, nothing changes. The words we hear are just words. Now, we're here having a rally, in the background we're being told, slow down. That change is slow. That the money is being spent on something else. So let's be clear here today. This should be our last rally for public education. Next time, we should mobilize parents to keep our kids out of school. We gotta cost the money. Because money seems to be the only thing that gets attention. It's unfair for the rest of us to rely on teachers and other communities that make the schools go round, the ones who have to strike to get what's best for their children. So today I say, no more rallies, no more speeches, no more promises. We want what our kids need, and we're going to get it. Are we going to get it? Are we going to get it? Are you guys ready to fight? Are you ready Education Association say for a few words. And before we do that, though, we want to give some thank yous to the Teamsters Union, who is our somewhere right over there. To the union called YATSE, which stands for something about sounding like. They are doing a sound, everything will sound here. And lastly, and I just wanted to say, I'm so sorry, we really are making this up as we go along. The Teamsters and YATSE are union folk, and they are volunteering their time to be here supporting us teachers today. So, also, if there are any elected officials, outfits come in the back by the tent, the blue tent right there. And we're going to give it up to Keith Brown. Keith Brown!
Today, we unite for Oakland kids. Today, we unite for East Bay kids. We unite for the students of California. We unite for the full funding of public education to provide all students with the resources that they deserve. I am a product of the Oakland Public Schools. I am here today as a teacher and a union president because of public education. Public education saves lives. Public education gives opportunities. As a sixth grader, a shy sixth grader, it was a public school teacher in the sixth grade, Mr. Dorr, who instilled confidence in me to speak publicly and to address my sixth grade promotion. It's because of public education that I'm here. My counselors, they showed me that college was an option for me. They encouraged me to participate in the UC Berkeley Pre-College Academy. Because of counselors, I am here. And also in elementary school, I saw a speech pathologist because of our education workers who provide such important services to our students. I am here. So as I said, public education gave me many opportunities, and we are fighting to make sure that our students today have the same opportunities. From Oakland to Richmond, Alameda, all over the East Bay, Los Angeles, throughout the state of California, we are here, united, to make sure that our students get the resources that they deserve. So, Los Angeles teachers will strike Monday for their students. In Oakland, we are prepared to strike for our students to make sure they have the resources and support they deserve. Today, the East Bay Coalition of Public Education, we come together to fight for resources for our students and improve public education in California for years to come. We stand here united to call on our public officials to fully fund public education,
by closing the Proposition 13 loophole and make real investments for our students and the communities that they live in. We are also here to pressure the state to fully fund federally mandated services for our students with special needs. And we are here to make sure that our students have great teachers, great education workers, by providing a living wage to give our students the best possible education. So we're here united. I want to say, make sure you go to all the booths. Learn about all of the organizations and unions here. There are petitions to sign to support full funding for public education. You can learn how to support the Oakland teachers. So the focus in this state is on public education like never before. And just seeing everyone together across the East Bay, I am confident that we will win for our students. Thank you.
All right. One of the very cool and kind of strange things about this joining together today is that not only is labor here, but the California School Boards Association is also totally on board with us, and we've got school board members, superintendents, admins here today, so let's give a shout out to them. Instead of being across the table from each other in this fight, we are together saying, Sacramento, you have got to fund the children of this state. Okay, and that is our leading to our next speaker, who is our state senator, Ms. Nancy Skinner.
You look beautiful. Hello, teachers. Hello, supporters of our public schools. And hello, advocates for our children. We are here and you are here in big numbers because we know and we believe that our children deserve the best. And as the 5th largest economy in the world, it is morally bankrupt that we do not fund our schools and that we are so woefully behind the national average. And we need Californians to wake up that their passage of Prop 13, now almost 40 damn years ago, has starved our public services, starved our schools, and directly affected our children. So we gotta fix Prop 13, and I know you're behind that. As am I. But we also have to make education funding a priority in the state budget, and I thank Governor Newsom for increasing it in this opening salvo that he made on Thursday. And I thank him for increasing the money for our special ed kids, our kids who are in great need. But we've got to do better. And I'm very, very sorry you have to strike. And I know that our Oakland Unified School District is in difficult financial straits. We're going to try to help them as best possible. But we know there's so many pressures on USD that have put them in that situation. Not the least of which was the state takeover of the district, right? So the state owes USD. So we got to do better by that. And we'll do our best to. But we stand in solidarity to you because we know you, teachers, are the first responders. You are people, besides their families, that are there for our kids, that recognize when they have needs, that recognize when they're experiencing trauma, that recognize so much, and are the ones that rescue them from the prison, school-to-prison pipeline. And we need to support you. And we know that at the ridiculous cost of living here in the Bay Area, your salaries, you can't afford to live here, and that's wrong. So we're going to try to do our very best to do better on housing so that housing is more affordable, that you get a better wage, a living wage, and that we increase the funding to education overall. But as I said, to really achieve what we all want so much, we have got to pass that Prop 13 measure on the ballot in 2020. So, thank you for your tremendous work. I stand in solidarity with you. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Nancy Skinner. Next up, we have another one of our great supporters in education, Rob Bonta, California State Assembly, 18th District. You can give it up a little more for that.
Good afternoon, champions for public education. How are you? Do you want full, fair, and adequate funding for our public school system? Are we going to fight together to get it? We are. This is powerful. I'm pumped, excited, impassioned to be here with all of you. Thanks for coming out. I love the sea of red. I am Rob Bonta. I serve in the California State Assembly. I represent Oakland, Alameda, and San Leandro. We are right here in my district. And I think it's fitting that we're right here in my district. With you, organizing, mobilizing, fighting for the change that we need, that we want, that we must have. That's what we are. That's who we are in the 18th Assembly District. That's who we are in Oakland, in the East Bay, and in California. Shout out to my labor peeps. Is labor in the house today? Awesome. My parents were in SEIU 1000 for 50 years combined. I am honored to be a member myself of SEIU 10 to 1, and I grew up in the United Farm Workers of America movement in La Paz. And so I know, and my family knows a little bit about organizing for change and mobilizing for a better world and coming together and being stronger and fighting for progress together. So that's what we're here to do. We're here to make change. And, you know, I want to tell you, this is something that I know some of you have spent a lifetime fighting for. And this is something that I was fighting for before I ever got into elected office. I was part of a lawsuit where my two older daughters, Raina and Ileana, were named plaintiffs in the Robles Wong lawsuit, fighting for full and fair and adequate funding. And that fight continues. We need to continue to do more, to step up and step in. Over the last 6 years in the legislature, we've been making some progress. We've been making some. Every year we've put more into education. We changed the way we distribute the monies that we do have so that our students who need it most, our foster kids, our English learners, our poorest kids, get more, and they should. LCFF, we all know about that. Last year, working with the East Bay delegation and the amazing new superintendent of public instruction, Tony Thurman. Let's give a shout out to Tony Thurman. Last year, we were able
to fight for and draw down $35 million for the Oakland Unified School District to help out and to provide more funding. But we know there's more to do. We got to increase base funding all across the board. We are in the bottom 10 states in per pupil school funding. That's a problem. That's a problem. I'm usually proud to say, as California goes, so goes the nation. That California leads, that we lead the way. Not there. We're not leading there. We don't want others to follow us. And we need to step up our game. We need to do more. We need to do better. We need to fight more for our kids, for our teachers, for our parents. We're not putting enough into special education funding. We need to do more there. We're not paying our teachers enough. Are our teachers here? Is teaching our children one of the most important jobs in our society? Do our teachers, our hard-working teachers, deserve more for doing that job? They do, and we can do better. We must do better. We need to put more into retirement so our hard-working teachers have the retirement that they deserve, that they've earned when they finish their careers teaching our children. So there's more to do. More to do. So what next? Where are we? Well, we're here together, and that's a huge start. One of the things we can all work on together is making sure everyone pays their fair share for public education, including our corporations. You guys want our corporations to pay their fair share? I do too. And there's a way we can make that happen. There's a proposition on the ballot, as you know, in 2020, that's going to require that our corporations pay their fair share. It's going to amend Proposition 13, remove the corporate tax loophole, and make sure our corporations pay what they owe our society, our children, our families, our parents, our teachers. So are we going to get that proposition passed together? All right, I'm ready to fight for you, roll up my sleeves, and get it done. What else can we do? I'll tell you what, when you have legislators, policymakers, our leaders who are in elected public office making decisions, nothing is more important to me and to many of them than you telling your stories, your personal story. If you're a teacher, talking about how you have to, every year at the beginning of the year, pay for school supplies that you should never have to come out of your pocket to pay. Or students talking about the struggles that they're facing and getting in rooms with our lawmakers. So your stories can change minds and move hearts. I've seen it happen thousands of times. So keep speaking up, speaking out, telling your stories. And finally, I want to end with this. We are all in this together. We will succeed and rise together, or we will not succeed and rise at all. So we need to make sure that this is a team effort, that we are unified, that we fight together. There is no us and them. There is only us, and us is all of us. We're all fighting for our kids, all fighting for our parents, all fighting for our teachers. So in that spirit of East Bay movement building and mobilization and activism, and you know how they say California, as California goes, so goes the nation. I have another phrase that I like. As Oakland and the East Bay goes, so goes California. And then as California goes, so goes the nation. So it starts here, it starts with you, it starts with us, and in honor of us, I wore a special shirt, that's important to me. It's also the right color for today. It's my red United Farm Workers in America shirt in honor of my parents' activism in one of the greatest social justice movements and labor movements in the history of our state and our nation. And one of the things that the United Farm Workers will do as they prepare to fight for justice, for more opportunity, for more equity, for more inclusion, and to fight for fairness, they would come together and they would do the unity clap. And you all know what that is. So in honor of our unity and our fight together, in honor of the journey ahead that we will have together to fight for full and fair and adequate funding for our schools, for our kids, for our teachers, for our parents, let's do the unity clap together. We'll start slow and we'll build together faster and faster. Y'all ready? All right, let's go. Let's do this together. Thank you.
Sí se puede. Sí se puede. Sí se puede.
we repeat that in every language that our students speak? So Cantonese, Mandarin, Mongolian, Cambodian, Khmer, everything. We have so many languages about students in this state. It's an incredible thing, and let's all try to learn how to say si se puede in all those languages. Couple of thank yous. We have also got a clipboard. We actually have lots of thank yous. I'm going to go in reverse alphabetical order. United Teachers of Richmond. Woohoo! SEIU, Local 1021. San Ramon Teachers Association. San Lorenzo Education Association. San Leandro Teachers Association. And we will pause there because too many thank yous are always a little dull. The next person who's going to speak is not a barn grown-up, but an incredible student, and her teacher is here to introduce her. So I'm going to introduce Jesse Garrett. He is the director of speech and debate at James Logan High School. Jesse!
Good afternoon. It's so great to be here to introduce one of my top students. My name is Jesse Garrett. Right on. There we go. Anyway, podium. I'm the co-director of James Logan High School's forensics program. It's one of the top programs in the country. We are in our 30th year, and I took over from my mentor, Dr. Tommy Lindsay Jr., who retired a couple of years ago. I'm also an alumni of the program, and I am a fully public educated East Bay student. So I'm glad that you are all here to represent. What we do in forensics is we train students to use their voices to be voices for the voiceless. This young lady here is a 4-year competitor in our program. She joined as a freshman. She became one of our top policy debaters. She's actually half of our policy debate captainship, and she is one of my favorite students. She's carrying a 4.8 weighted UC GPA currently, and she aspires to make her way down to the University of California in Los Angeles. So please give a warm welcome to Serena Lee.
Thank you, Mr. Garrett, for that very warm welcome. I'm sorry I'm not wearing red. My red blouse is in the wash, and it was too late by then. But thank you guys for having me here. So when I was first asked to give this speech, I had no idea how to begin. So what would be a great AGD, or attention-getting device? So instinctively, like my other Generation Z students, I Googled it. School jokes, and then I Googled school jokes for kids. Nothing immediately caught my eye, so after 5 minutes of page scrolling, I started noticing a trend.
All the jokes, all the...
Hey, your mic. Okay, some technical difficulties. All the jokes I had found were about making time fly or dropping out, hating school. You all know the pattern. In fact, this unfortunate trend seems to be permeating today's climate surrounding public education, not just among students, but also among many adults who have had to prioritize funding and budget line items in order to budget line items over their passion for educating our future. When I take a step back and just think about things, it makes me ask, how important is public education? Being a high school policy debater, I realized I can't just answer a simple question with a simple answer. So today I prepared 3 questions and 3 answers that I'm going to share with you. So question number 1, what is the importance of public education services to our community? On top of providing our communities with great educational opportunities,
amazing administrators. We might not often think about how important our schools are. Over 30 million children a day in our nation receive free and reduced lunches and rely on these foods for their essential meals. Before and after school programs like Kids First and my very own James Logan Forensics team allows parents to leave their children somewhere safe. Knowing that out of every 5 children, 1 child in America doesn't have supervision after school without public school programs like these is a real wake-up call. Increased funding would mean giving kids safe places to eat, to learn, and to just be kids. Parents who are balancing long work hours and caring for their children rely on these services, and no one should have to choose between their children's safety or being able to put food on the table. So now let's talk about question number 2. What are the economic impacts of providing public education for America's kids? The children really are our future. Did you really know that $1 pre-K education will $7 return in the future? Or that every dollar invested per country in per student in elementary and middle school results in an $8 return on investment? And what about our high schoolers? I bet that you couldn't have guessed that we could save $45 billion every year in public health and increased productivity, resulting from cutting the number of high school dropouts in half by just providing more comprehensive wraparound services in our schools. Fortunately, it is very easy to get caught up on the immediate looming costs of facing public education and experience the sticker shock of it all. But we must not forget that investing in our children is an investment in our future. And investing these dollars in public education just makes sense. So question number 3. Have we forgotten about how important public education truly is for our students? Supporting our communities and quite literally investing in our future is what public education in America is truly all about. Have we forgotten about this cornerstone institution that serves all of us? I don't think so. We must provide for our next generation of students. California is the 5th largest economy in the world, but we are ranked 41st in terms of public education. That's right. We are seeing increases in mandatory payments, while federal support for our funding are decreasing. Teachers' unions are on the verge of striking across the stage, and, well, you all know. We need to rethink our attitude towards public education, and it begins by demanding funding from Sacramento. So, as a high school senior on the verge of graduating, do I complain a lot about my classes? Yeah, I do. All the time. Do I stress out over tests? My finals are in a week and I am frantic. But I can't imagine being anywhere else than my public high school, James Logan High School. And I'm here today to lend my voice in support of Red for Education. Thank you.
Thank you. All right. Next time we have some music to get us moving and grooving, but before that, as we know, this is a collective action, a collective movement, and there are many people here who are elected officials that we want to give a shout out and thank you to. We have Linda Canales from the New Haven Unified School Board, trustee. Lance Yashira, if I messed up your name, I apologize. From the New Haven Unified School Board as well. Jody London from the Oakland Unified School Board is here. Sharon McCarr from the New Haven School Board, she's president. Sandy Bernard is here on behalf of Kate Harrison from the on behalf of President Kaplan from the Oakland City Council. From Stella Lara, the trustee from the West Contra Costa, is here as well. Des Reed from Fremont Unified, the vice president in-house for the circle. Michelle Burke from Fremont, the board president is here. Diane Cole from Fremont. Ann Crosby from Fremont. Bucky Wicks from the California State Assembly. Sheila Jordan, the retired county superintendent of schools, is also here. And at the end of the day, we're happy to have everyone here to push for the same thing, get some more funding for our schools. And I would like to bring up a cappella and Angry Retired Teachers Band.
Shout out to Berkeley Federation of Teachers. And everyone who's here. We're all in this together. And we're going to be joined on our first song by Terry Horner on bass and Andrew King on right and his violin.
Is this what you want me? Yeah. Okay. Thanks for a sound person. A round of applause for good sound and noise. For teachers, we now call upon some participation. So I'm going to ask you to say, solidarity forever. Solidarity forever. Okay, that's about a B+. Here we go. One more time. Ready? Go. Solidarity forever. Now you know most of the words to this song. Please sing along. Inspiration to the workers such a time. There can be no power greater anywhere beneath the sun. No matter what force on earth is weaker than the people stand but one. For the union makes us strong. Solidarity forever. Solidarity forever. Solidarity forever. The union makes us strong. We're in high schools and in childcare and in elementary schools. We have suffered long from cutbacks, but we will not suffer fools. Education will be funded when we fight to change the world and make our union strong. Solidarity forever. Solidarity forever. Solidarity forever. For the union makes us strong. We have written and told millions that they never going to work, but without our brains and muscle, not a single will return. We will break their haughty power, gain our freedom when we learn that the union makes us strong. Solidarity forever. Solidarity forever. Solidarity forever. For the union makes us strong. They divide us by our color. They divide us by our tongue. They divide us men and women. They divide us old and young. But they'll tremble at our voices when they hear these verses sung. For the union makes us strong. Solidarity forever. Solidarity forever. Solidarity forever.
Okay, this is Steve Zeltzer with KPFA WorkWeek Radio, and I'm also with one of our apprentices here.
Hey, this is Stevie G with Group 43, Dry Long So Rising with the First Voice Apprenticeship Program for KPFA. So this is a fantastic day, a fantastic and very, very important opportunity to really support education in all of its facets and phases and moving forward.
And we're with a very important student, Arnetta Olden, and she's with the Coliseum College Pro Academy, and she's a senior there. And what's going on at your school, Arnetta?
So what's going on at our school is that we're getting budget cuts. So we're trying to fight for more funding for the students at the school. And me, since I'm a senior, I'm not going to be there next year, but I want to make sure that all of the students that comes after me gets like the education that they deserve.
And how long have you been at the school?
I've been at the school since I was in the 8th grade, so I've been there for about 5 years now.
And why are they trying to hurt your school with these budget cuts? I mean, the students there need more support, not less support. What are they saying to you? What are they telling you?
They're saying that there's not enough money in the budget to keep funding these programs. Like at my school, we don't even have music programs, but we do have a lot of sports. And
you don't have music programs?
No, we don't.
How could you not have music programs in your school?
I guess it's not in the budget.
But isn't music a way of expression for young people?
It is.
I mean, it's part of.
Yeah.
I mean,
because like I'm a musician myself, so I'm very passionate about it. But my school, we don't have music programs, so we have to go like outside of school to find these certain programs of what the students really want to do, other than just sports.
And I mean,
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
It seems strange in this rich state in California. You have all these billionaires, you have all this money, and you can't afford music programs for our young students.
Yeah.
I mean, what is going on? Why?
To be honest, I really don't know. Like, they're saying that we don't have enough money to fund all of the programs that we really want to do. And like the classrooms, they're like super packed in, like up to 32 students. And it's harder for people to focus inside of those bigger classrooms because the teacher can't give that one-on-one support that they want to.
Wow. So let's take a step back real quick. So I know that STEM has been a big focus for a while, the science, technology, engineering, and math. And what you're talking about, and of course you as a musician, we're talking about that A that's missing, maybe STEAM, where we would say the arts and have that included there. So what has been your experience, though? You said you've been there since the 8th grade.
Yeah.
What have you gained? What have you seen in yourself, your own personal growth in being with the school?
What I've seen is that my school pushes me to like get out of my comfort zone because my school is very STEM heavy. So we have a lot of science and technology, and we're also very involved in social activism and like social injustices and all of that. And we're also correlated with building businesses at the same time. So our school gets to a lot of things. It's just not a lot that a lot of the students are interested in.
All right. And so then how did you find your way? How did you find your way to music? How did you find your way there?
I talked to the counselor at my school.
Okay.
And she helped me find a music program that's outside of the school. But sometimes I wish it was in school.
Right.
So that way I can have like my friends there with me who also love music. And so we could actually have like a bond through the school because the school is very separated.
And have you had rallies there to defend the school? Or any kind of protest to say don't shut our school?
Well, I'm here today for that.
So you brought yourself here to get your voice out.
Yeah.
That this school needs to be protected, and you need to have the voices of people.
Yeah.
To protect your school.
Yeah.
And you want this for the future.
Yeah.
So young people have these cultural programs, art programs. Well, this idea of STEM, nothing is wrong with that, but
it's just you need the A.
You need the A, the arts.
Yeah.
And that's a critical thing. So thanks for joining us.
Yeah.
And we hope you're successful in keeping the school and getting proper funding in the school.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Greater than their horned goals, greater than the might of armies, magnified 1,000 fold. We can bring you,